What's up, adventurers? My name is Platinum Phoenix, and this is part 2 of our Subspace Emissary playthrough. Last time, a couple of bombers blew up a stadium, and then a god told us that it was time to fight. This time, we're heading over to the Sea of Clouds, but before that, I want to go over to the sticker screen to show that I have outfitted Zelda with a couple of things. This is a slight spoiler, but the next level is a Zelda and Kirby level. So I put a couple of arms, legs stickers onto Zelda, which powers up her moves that involve her arms and her legs. I put a couple of magic attack ups on her because, surprise, surprise, Zelda uses magic. And then some launch power, because Zelda actually has some pretty good launching ability. And then this last one is just extra trophy drops, because who doesn't like trophies? But the real thing I want to do here is show how this screen actually works. So, in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see which character you're on. And I'm playing on a Wiimote, so it has the A and the minus button. I'm not sure what it has for the GameCube controller if you were to play with that, but if you hit A, it goes to the previous person, and if you hit the minus button, it goes to the next person. And then you have your stickers list, and then as you scroll down, you can see the actually, I'm very much in the way. Let's see. Let's just remove me. You can see that it has what it's powering up, in this case arms, and then it's attack plus 10, so its arm attacks get a plus 10 buff. And as you scroll down, you can see that there's legs, there's weapons, there's head, there's body, throwing, like I put on Zelda, the arms and legs. So I'm just going to be outfitting Kirby. We're just going to, I want to show how these stick on. So this King DDD sticker only works with Kirby, Meta Knight, and King DDD, but I think Kirby is the only one that actually uses his legs in any attack, so we're just going to put it on him. And what you do is you select the sticker with either the A button on the GameCube controller or the 2 button on the Wiimote, and then you can just maneuver it to where you want it to be, and then you just press the same button and it sticks. And then when you're done, you just hit the plus button or the select button, I think, on the GameCube controller. And then it will ask you if you want to apply or don't apply. And you just hit apply and then you're done. So I'll be right back to show you what I have outfitted Kirby with. Alright, so this is what I have got him outfitted with. We got the one legs with the King DDD for a little bit of extra leg damage. We got a couple of special directs damage, which would be like his recovery, his hammer, and all that stuff. And then like his down special where he turns into a brick and then it falls from the sky. If any of those directly hit an enemy, then these would cause them to do more damage, which is nice with the hammer especially. Then we have a very small amount of electric resist because I had a little bit of space in this corner that it would fit in. We have some launch power with the Meta Knight ball to make Kirby launch stuff a little bit more often. And then just because it's Kirby, I put a little bit of extra food effect to make it, because I thought it was like thematic. But with that, we're just going to hit the plus and go okay, and we're going to apply it. And now, with all of that being done, we are going to head to the Sea of Clouds. Now, I know I still need to go over Zelda, but I'm going to be picking Kirby for a very specific reason. But while we're running through this little part, I want to talk about how did Kirby get hit by the halberd, which is Meta Knight's ship that we're currently on, because anyone who's watching this has probably played Ultimate, but in that game, he literally teleports faster than light. All right, now we could choose Zelda because we actually have more, I guess, game to play with her. Go ahead and pull my model back up. How dare you, you stupid primate, attack me while I'm trying to put my model back on screen. For that, you shall all die. But getting into this, Zelda, she is ranked 37 of 38. Which means she's the second to worst character in this game, according to that ranking system. She has some very unfortunate combinations of characteristics. Specifically, she is tall, she is pretty slow, and she is light and floaty. So basically what all that means is because she's tall, she has a bigger hitbox, which makes her just easier to hit overall. And then with her being light and floaty, it makes her easier to launch, which means overall she's just very easy to defeat. But to make up for that, she has some really powerful attacks. Specifically, her aerials are some of the best in the game. In terms of power, she doesn't have a whole ton of reach, but in terms of power, she is very strong. Also, up here is the first secret of this level. Also great. Heart containers that I don't need. Get some stickers, but also, going back to Zelda, she also has an unfortunate time with approaching enemies because she doesn't have very many approach options, which just means she doesn't have very many ways to get up close to enemies without them interacting with her. She has one projectile, but her projectile is slow and very predictable. It's this ball. Like I said, it's slow and very predictable, which makes it very easy to avoid if you know what you're doing. That's a star rod that I don't really want. Come on, hit the primate. Did I just get hit with a kiwi? Blow him up. And like you could see there, I barely hit the opponent because it's such an easy thing to avoid. Also, I want to look down here and make sure there's not any boxes. But there aren't, so I think we're just going to go through this door. Other things that Zelda can do is she has this spike, which is her down air, which if you can hit it, is a very strong attack, which I missed right there, but it's a very strong spike attack, which basically just means that if you can hit it, it'll do a ton of damage, and it will most likely get you a KO off the stage. The problem is actually hitting it, because it has such a small hitbox. Also over here is another secret, just a couple of stickers. Also, her recovery is pretty good. It's just also very predictable. And we're just gonna fight some of my least favorite enemies in the game, which are the mites. Also, that went very well. The mites just are usually used as the enemy that are in those spawn camps areas. Also dodge that. The mites are also just so small that they are hard to hit. Speaking of small, we're just going to miss entirely. Sure. Zelda, please. Okay. Hit it with bombs. All we have to do is blow this thing up. Also, I didn't mention it before, or I guess I technically did mention it before, I think, but I'm playing on a sideways Wiimote. So if you any weird movements from the characters, that is probably the reason. Mostly because this Wiimote is probably close to, I don't know, like 14, 15 years old at this point. So it's seen some things. Also, take that, your weird eye. I have no idea how to pronounce the name of those things. Climb the ladder, please. I have missed every single attempt to take those things out. Stupid mite. Donut. And we just need to jump over here, and I think we have one more enemy in this group, which shouldn't be a problem. Come on. No, I swear to God, if you die. I just said this shouldn't be a problem. But that should be the end of the stage. Oh, there's not a cutscene here. And that is the end of that stage. So we are just going to go ahead and head on to the next stage, the jungle. All right, two new characters, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. I want to go over Donkey Kong first. Go ahead and pull me back up. Donkey Kong is basically just a brute of a fighter. He is ranked 21 of 38, and that is mostly due to just how powerful his attacks are. He is a monster when it comes to just all-out attacking. Why did it bounce back at me? That was weird. Donkey Kong, like I said, he is a combination of very high attack and then just great finishers. Like the move I've been using the most, which is just his forward air. Which spikes if it hits correctly, like this. It's always so fun to do whenever you can hit it correctly. We just need to go down here, and we get a secret. Ooh, Palkia. And then we just go this way. And, more stuff about Donkey Kong. Despite his size, he's actually very fast. A lot of larger characters tend to be slow in this game, but for some reason they made Donkey Kong just really mobile. Like, he jumps, he has a pretty quick jump, he's pretty quick on the ground, he has pretty quick moves overall. He also is very good at doing 0 to death combos, which just means if you are using him, he has the capability of taking an enemy and causing them to go from 0% to dead, basically, very easily. Can we hit this, please? Thank you. That one's always difficult to hit with Donkey Kong. And then we just go over here. I have no idea who this is. And then we have another, I don't know if you want to call it a secret, because it's very clearly shown with the ladder, but we'll just go in here. And something else about this level that's really fun to do is just that This level is filled with a bunch of Mario enemies, and they are my favorite in this game because they are the easiest to beat in this game because they work exactly as they do in Mario. Basically, if you stomp on them, they die. And there's bosses of like giant Goombas, which are also easiest bosses in the game, and we're just gonna continue this direction. I don't think there are anything hiding over here. The only enemies here that I think can't be killed by stomping on them are the Hammer Bros. And we get a Goomba, not the Hammer Bro that I wanted. We take that trophy. We just have to watch out for the hammers. Stop it. I don't want to deal with you anymore. Did that Goomba just kill itself? Sure. We'll go with that. That's not strange at all to see in a kid's game. That Goomba just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Alright, and now we just have to do what is in every single type of these games. Every single beat 'em up game is the platform defend level, which is honestly kind of a joke with Donkey Kong, who can just destroy all of these enemies very quickly. Stop it. Headbutt. Donkey Kong's specials. I haven't actually talked about that. His headbutt is a spike in and of itself, and if it's used on enemies that are on the ground, at least in multiplayer or in competitive situations, it grounds them into the ground. That is repetitive, but oh well. We're just gonna stay all the way to this left side, despite being shocked several times, because there's a secret door here. But him being able to basically plant enemies into the ground, also Totodile, makes it really easy for him to get his smash attacks off, which makes it really easy to launch opponents with him. His other moves are if you do his neutral special, he charges up a charge attack, which is also very repetitive, which if launched does a ton of damage. His other moves are if you hold down and do B, he does a smacking motion, which causes a shockwave, and then his recovery is just this, which if you do it on the ground, you can actually control which directions he goes. But with that being said, we have bananas. And with that is 2 stages cleared. Both of them 100% cleared. Also, I love that Donkey Kong, instead of grabbing Diddy Kong and throwing him, he does a maxed out punch. Which, if this game is to be believed, if you're launched off the screen, you become a trophy. So technically what Donkey Kong just did is he just killed Diddy Kong. But with that being said, I hope everyone enjoyed watching this episode. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And next time, we are heading over to the plains. But until then, happy adventuring.